games to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. We choke game, had a game show. It's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the mind state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Till it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus some UNDERDOG acres, a lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'ma fuck her, then I leave her. It's the old Mac needs, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac needs.
Break the work down, it's fist the move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fist the move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dropping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, I beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tail, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, push the packs, all I do is make skrill. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supplier. Random Uber man, here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the
as I make my way. The fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
Everyone in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Put your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of Eastside Ho, where they know my name.
What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
What's happening? And it is I, the evil emperor himself, Bill Bogard.
Let's get it. And shout out to the crew. I'm going to throw on the Fantasy Football Funk YouTube channel. Do me a favor, go over there and subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. And, keep it on over there. Help us get the watch time up. Let's see who's up in here right now before we get down to some news. Got a lot of more bad news than good news today. It's an ugly day for news. Shout out to our man Joe.
I had text you. I was excited for the show, but basically because we got a lot of news. But yeah, it was not a lot of good news.
And Joe said, "How'd the whole league miss on Sam Howell?" I mean, shit, that's like saying how'd the whole league miss on Brady? And I mean, it's tough to say Brady and Kirk Cousins, but just guys who were drafted, hella late. Yeah, I mean, 9 teams missed out on Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, and Sam the Wolf Howell, we love him. And like, for me, it goes all the way back to the one start he had. It's kind of Patrick Mahomes-esque. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes, I'm just saying like where he started one game and where Patrick Mahomes, it was week 17 of his rookie year. That was the only game he started. The Chiefs had already locked up one of the top seeds. So they rested all their starters in the last game of the year. Now, and then you go back to the Wolf last year, week 18, last week of the season, plays in a meaningful game against Dallas because Dallas had to play all their starters. They're still, they still had a shot at the bye week at that point. And the Wolf shredded them up. You know what I mean? That was enough for me. You know what I mean? Like, you could say, oh, they don't have any good film on him or whatever at that point. But then, and now, like, he's just getting better. And the line is playing better. He went from a 12% sack rate down to 3%. I mean, I'm talking about the first 7 weeks. It was like 12%.
The weapons have been there. I mean, Scary Terry, just him by himself. He's like, oh man, this guy's like QB proof. He's always going for 1,000. Then you actually get a decent QB who can feed him. Now the whole offense looks decent.
Yeah, you got a good coordinator. With Eric Bieniemy.
How do you think? How much of a difference you think Bieniemy's made this year? Like just with Howell in general. I mean,
I know they only got 4 wins, but man, if there was a PI call that got Seattle like a little closer, and then they end up kicking a field goal to win. Like, there's a lot of these close games. It could be a bit different story for the Commandos right now. You know what I mean? And like, I think
4 games isn't that bad in the NFC though. That's actually like almost an upper echelon, almost an upper echelon team.
Say the Broncos, they're on a tear and they beat the Vikings somehow this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Saints, they're on a bye, so they can't do anything. And Washington has to go out there and beat the non-Tyrod Taylor Giants, right? Because that's who beat them last time. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like next thing you know, they're back in the mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
not going to be that hard. I don't think it may be hard, down the end of the road, depending on who's there. But I feel like the number 7 seed, I don't even think it's going to be 9-7. 9-8. It might be an 8-9 team in there.
It's hard to argue that. I mean, look at the landscape right now.
It's ugly.
Like even my Niners only got 6 wins.
What?
Even my Niners only got 6 wins right now.
Yeah.
Gonna
be a tough little stretch in the. I mean, it's crazy how the AFC East and the NFC East just there's a lot in both those divisions right there that. There's going to be big games for the teams that are like trying to get into the wild card.
Yep. Like the Jets losing to the Raiders, that really fucked a lot of things up, because then it puts the Raiders back in the driver's seat of their own, not necessarily the driver's seat of their own destiny, but it definitely puts them back into the driver's seat.
Win that game there in second. Jets win that game there in second place in the East.
Right?
That's wild.
Massive.
Oh yeah. Let's see who else up in here. Pedro, he said, should we be worried about Monty losing snap to Gibbs? And also, is Cup a starter this week, as well as JJ? I feel like you can start both Monty and Gibbs without like worrying in these decent matchups. Like, who the hell do they have this week?
They have Chicago, and they've actually been one of the better run defenses in the past month. But
yeah,
let's look who they played though. Let's see if it's Fugazi. You know what I mean?
Say, because I think I'd still play both of those guys versus the Bears, but. All right, let's see.
I mean, doesn't it feel like they're going to be smashing and have to run a lot anyway? Like, regardless of what they should get some volume here. I'm not afraid.
It's crazy. It's week 5 through week 10. They've only given up like extreme booty one time, and that was to the Chargers.
Yep, that's a long time.
Every other, but I mean, okay, Washington. I mean, they held them down. That's week 5 though. Minnesota, Vegas completely shut them down. Yeah. New Orleans, they're like middle of the road, and then Carolina completely shut them down.
Yeah, the Vegas one, but that was alarming, right?
Yeah, because everyone expected Josh Jacobs to ball that week, and he didn't. And then is Cup a start? So Stafford's supposed to be a full go, and I mean in practice, they got the Seahawks. That is kind of a tough matchup, but I'm not sitting Cup.
But like, this time they got both Cup and Puka,
right?
Yeah, and last time the week 1, I mean, obviously Puka took the world by storm, but he balled against them. So
for sure,
go.
Yeah, there was no Witherspoon week 1, so I mean that's another thing, makes a little bit of a difference, but yeah.
And Mayfield really came on at this point, so you know what I mean. So Mafe, whatever you want to call him. Boy,
Triple X Lex, what up, bro? He said, looking like Hurricane in SoFlo. He said, nothing to do but roll up. Man, be safe out there.
Yeah, man, be safe, man. I mean, shit, that's like, it's funny because I would assume like people in Florida, specifically South Florida, they're just used to that shit. It's like,
I mean, it's crazy. Like, yeah, just being used to hurricanes.
Yeah, like,
like we all, that, I mean,
we look at the sky. I look at the sky and like, oh, it's overcast. Looks like it's going to rain. They look at the sky. Oh, there's a hurricane.
everyone who came to Vegas in August. I mean, it was crazy that there was a hurricane going like during that exact weekend.
In Nevada.
Yeah, I assume it's just a lot worse in Florida whenever that happens. But that's why they like build their houses like 20 feet off the ground and shit, right? When you're like close to the water.
And I would assume that. And then also like, you know, that's where the term batten the hatches comes from. Okay. Batten down the hatches.
What up, Derek? Salute.
What up, Derek?
Parolee in the house. What up?
What up, Parolee?
Sebastian in the house. What up, bro?
What up, Bash?
Peacock. What up, homie? Lee in the house. What up, bro?
The ear to the streets.
Let him know. Dennis said, get over to the Fantasy Football Funk channel. Let's get it.
Let's get funkified.
And what we got here? Ryan said, Dynasty, would you trade Higgins and Ramondre for a top 4 pick? First place, most points, neither currently start for me. I don't know, because if I'm not worried about it for this year, I mean, it is nice getting a top 24 pick, but is a top
4 pick, you mean?
I mean, yeah, top 4 pick in 2024. I don't know. I might be willing to move on from Ramondre for that. But I think I'm keeping Higgins though.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? Higgins looks like he could end up with the Bills or some shit, right?
I'm assuming this team has to be shitty, right? Like it's not someone who like traded to get this pick and is now trading it to you, right? Because you don't want to give up Stevenson to a contender. He does have a pretty good schedule moving forward.
Remember this? Do you remember in the beginning of the year with all the rumors of trading Higgins to the Texans?
That'd be crazy.
And like how ugly that sounded then. Now it's like, damn, that'd be hard.
What if? I mean, I really feel like they're going to franchise tag him. Like, I just really think that that's what's going to happen. If they don't, let's live in a world where they don't. Do the Chiefs go back and like do the right thing and take T. Higgins instead of like Clyde Edwards-Helaire? They had the shot. They had the shot to do it.
They're the ones that are doing cap gymnastics every year to make room. So I don't know.
It's like about to fall on its face too. It just seems like it's
he's got to
like
get. Higgins is trying to get some bread here. That's the only reason. Or else, like, unless you tell me you know Higgins personally, and he's all about getting him a chip. And he's like, okay,
it's got to be some crazy cap over cash shit, you know, to where that's like nothing against the cap for the first 2 years almost somehow.
It would have to be after a year like this,
right?
He didn't really perform,
right? Because he's not going to garner like. I mean, okay, like let's just be realistic. Like
Debo Samuel money.
Okay, yeah. What was his total?
24 and a half a year, something like that. But it's like it's really like a 3-year thing.
Yeah, like he's not going to be. He's not sniffing 30. That's still the elite of the elite right now.
Yep.
But yeah, 25 to 28 somewhere because
that's being generous. I think 24 and a half to maybe 26 and a half is like where
I mean, I guess I'm just overestimating it for the inflation because what's the cap go up every year? Like at least for these next couple years.
Okay, how about
10%
this?
or 12%, like that.
Jefferson's gonna fuck that up, and then that could probably get you.
You think Jefferson? Okay, I know Jefferson. He's gonna
fuck the game up. Hell yeah.
But I know, but do you think because of this injury and shit, you think that he doesn't get what ultimately could have been his
okay.
You know, whatever the highest could have been, whatever the fuck that is. I
think he has the ace in the hole here because I think he already has the deal on the table. Because it was that,
right,
that
because
was
he said he didn't sign it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was already offered to him. It was set to make him the highest.
And they're not gonna go lower than that.
No.
He
go, hey, by the way, and we don't know if we're gonna get Cousins and this, but you know what? Here's this deal now.
Yeah, because if he doesn't get Cousins, I assume that the price goes up or whatever. You know, if it's nothing the way that he wants it, it's got to go up for them.
This is not a season-ending injury, right? You know what I mean? It's not like it's not a first rounder having a season-ending injury case like Joe Burrow, where it was like, okay, Joe Burrow literally had to go.
I mean, shit, even the Tua, like with concussions, I feel like they're going to downplay Tua because of concussions somehow.
That's different because that's the brain.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Ed? He said, what up, family? He said, Warren or Henderson? As of right now, I'm saying Hendo, but we got to see about Kyren. We got to hear some other stuff. I know Warren's starting, but he is going up to Cleveland against the Cleveland Browns, so I'm not.
Yeah,
he's not a set it and forget it top 12 starter or anything yet.
So there's a lot of situations because I was up early and I was on a little mini mission this morning. So I was just setting a bunch of my lineups already. You know what I mean? Just like getting a little head start, right? Mm-hmm. And like I sat a lot of Najee's and like places where there's places I needed to start running back, started both of them. There's places where I've been pretty much everywhere I have Najee, I got Warren. So there's places where I sat Najee, put in Warren. I don't even feel good about that. Then there's other places where I just have other options because they're playing against the Browns who's not even playing any of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, Alex? He said, what up, Room? He said, lost 2 weeks straight. Need to trim it around, turn it around, I'm assuming. And he said, A-seed hanging on by a thread. Got to catch a dub this week. Big week. I hope you're going up against someone who's got a couple big players on by.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Just stay the course. Let's try to right this ship. You know what I mean?
And Dennis said Dobbs did a media interview today in Minnesota. And man, he said this guy does a good interview, said all the right things, and sounding smart while doing it. Well, see, that's the difference of when I mean, he's very, very smart. And like, it's so funny because like, you know, there's a whole big thing. I forget what it was. It's Chris Rock, right? Oh, he's so well spoken. Like, what do you expect him to sound like? No, I'm just kidding. But him specifically, I know he's super smart. Cali Chi-Town. Cali Chi-Town's like, who can I trade Trey McBride for in full PPR? I have no idea. You got to find a team that needs a tight end like badly, and maybe you could get one of their better players, you know, off of them. Maybe trade McBride and someone else for like a top player off of a person's team, but you also have to find someone that needs a tight end, or else why is someone just going to randomly trade for McBride? I mean, he's had 2 good games in a row. All right. Peacock, why are the Browns starting Dorian Thompson? instead of PJ Walker because I got to see what they got in the kid, man. This is when you got to do it. They know what they have in PJ Walker. Like PJ Walker is like a glorified like backup forever, you know, like literally just a starter in case of injuries. I mean, he started here in Carolina, like due to injury, but he's never going to be like a thing at all. Like DTR, he's got that he's got that Lance upside, right? The Lance upside that everyone was like trying to find. And yeah, it wasn't good like when he played versus the Ravens, but you know, I just he's got to be a little bit more groomed now that we're going into week 11. So, you know, maybe this is something you see. Is this kid do they believe in him? This is like Malik Willis last year, remember? When Tannehill had some shit going on. Is it going to be Malik Willis? They played him for the one game and then they brought over Josh Dobbs. So, I think this is really, it's going to be like 1 or 2 games of DTR to like see what they have. And, you know, I mean, maybe they trade him. Maybe he is a backup. You know, you never really know what he's going to be, but a lot is going to be riding on how he plays. And if he's a starter the rest of the way, I mean, that's going to be a clear-cut sign that they like him. If he's only a starter for, I don't know, any games other than the rest of the way, you know, that means they don't really like him. They're not going to be sold on him. But yeah, it is. It's that time of year. And thanks, Peacock. He said, feeling twitchy. Appreciate ya. Hey, Chaotic in the house. What up?
What's up, Kay? How you feeling?
Hope you're doing better.
Yeah, we missed you.
Yeah, man, you're in Florida too. Fuck, are you in the hurricane like area also? Triple X Lex said hurricane in South Florida. I don't remember what part of Florida you're in, but hopefully you're not in the thick of things. Yeah, Alex said pick 3 out of Dell, Garrett Wilson, Chase, Flowers, Rice.
The first 3.
Yeah, I'm with that. But yeah, come on. Chase, I guess he's hurt, right? Is that what it is? Derek said we had a hurricane in Vegas thanks to Bogey.
That's so funny because my uncle that lived out there, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be out there, you know, just kind of bullshitting because that would have been cool if I could have seen my uncle, but obviously didn't. But he was like, oh, you're coming out here? He's like, we're going down there. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go see your dad. They're riding their bikes. So he's like, we're getting out of here. It's gonna be bad weather. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not thinking. He doesn't say hurricane though. You know what I mean?
And yeah, Dennis, if you stream on your phone and on your tablet, I do believe we get double watch time. I appreciate you, bro. Let's see. And what Alex say? Fryermuth or Musgrave this week? I mean, I'm not sold on Musgrave like that. Like I know a lot of people are. I don't know. Like if Fryermuth plays, I'm probably just playing him, but we still don't know if he's gonna play. He's they opened up 21. They opened up 21-day window and all that. Let's see. G Gallon 40. Should I run Miami or the Detroit D? So Fields is coming back, or at least he's expected to come back as of Wednesday. I think I'm running that Miami D versus fucking O'Connell.
Yep, that was pretty easy.
Yeah, and they're at home, so that's like another thing. Like Raiders play indoors and stuff, and like I don't know, are they even going to be able to handle the heat like that?
You mean Lions? Wait,
no, Miami versus the Raiders.
Yeah. I mean, it's I don't know if they're in South Florida or they're in South Beach.
Yeah, I mean it's always hot in Miami. That's something I haven't listened in a few weeks, but Tyreek Hill, he always talks about that, how the heat is like their 12th man out there.
Yeah, it's musty.
yeah, a lot of people aren't used to it, and they have it pretty much. I mean, it's set up to where it's like the visitors, like they're the one that are in the sunlight, and shit. Just the way that the sun.
Yeah, but that's more so like in September for the sun one. But yeah, I get it though. It's still hot. It'll still be like 80 degrees.
Well, I mean, it's a 1 o'clock game. I mean, yeah, I guess the sun could be like both. Could be on both sides if it's like straight over the top. But yeah, either way, I'm going Miami. Marty in the house. What up, bro?
What up, man? And Miami's good defense.
Yeah,
coming off the bye week, healthy.
All right, here we go. Let's get to the news. And I like Ed's idea. He's like, hey, since we're going to talk about Watson, let's hit the drop one last time for Watson.
Hit the drop.
Deshaun Watson has now joined the right to censor. He has been censored. He is done for the season-ending surgery. He had a fracture in his shoulder. Yeah, done data. At least he put himself out of his own misery. Really wasn't.
My man, Clock Management. I was talking to Clock. He said, "What if he's just addicted to having massages?" Right. So I said, "Oh my God, what if like he's taking it to the next level? Like he needs like rehab massages. Like he's like, listen, but you can only get those. Like he's like, listen, the after season ending surgery rehab, bro. You know what I mean? Can't get their hands off me."
Oh man. Yep. There we go. And Dennis said, I guess Kevin was right about Watson. Well, I mean, mean, it's an injury. No. He wasn't right because he also said that Kenny Pickett was going to be great too, and because he's a Steelers. He's also a Steelers fan who like trolls his brother, who's a Browns fan. That's also something else that I figured out. So that's also another thing as well. Whatever he was saying, whether he believed it or not, found out he's pretty much trolling his brother the whole time as well.
You know why we haven't seen him around? We haven't seen him in the chat for a while, huh?
Yeah.
I got rid of him. Just kidding.
Texas Hustler, Gus Edwards or Mitchell? Are we talking about
Mitchell? Michael Keaton Mitchell. We're going with it.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. They said he's going to be getting an increased workload as well.
He's that man.
Let's go. Higgins is out. That was another piece of news. Sam Hubbard already out. Now it's crazy. Trey Hendrickson, I guess just like Jason Kelsey, gets a hyperextended knee, but he says he's still planning on playing.
It's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play him in IDP. Would you? Like
It depends on who you have, but I'm leaning on the side of no. I'm leaning on the side of no. Lamar does take
it's shitty.
Lamar's take some sacks.
Yeah.
He does. For sure. Let's see. Who else do we got here? So A-Chain, they're saying that he's checked all the boxes. Hasn't worked like, a heavy practice yet. I'm still undecided if they're going to let him, practice. I mean, their game is an early one on Sunday. So, I mean, we'll for sure know if he's going to play.
Yep.
But yeah, just a TBD as of now. Nick Mullins, he's coming back. They're designating him to return to practice. He ain't starting over Josh Dobbs, but at least they got their pockets loaded over there now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I think there's a world where even if Nick Mullins was healthy to begin with, they still trade for Josh Dobbs because Nick Mullins is a back.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
Josh Dobbs is.
They still have a chance to like make some kind of playoff run here. Like that's the crazy thing, and like, yeah, even without Kirk Cousins and without JJ, they're like still in the mix. Had they not been in the mix, at all, yeah, they're not going to do that. But what they do, they gave up a 6th for a 7th, right? I mean, they did a player swap.
Yeah.
I mean, a pick swap.
When he was making noise with Arizona, he got on his Instagram live or whatever, and he went to the official like Arizona like merch shop. Hey, so y'all got a Josh Dobbs? and they didn't have one. And he's like, "Oh man, they're gonna play your boy like that, right?" And then the next day he posts his footage. He's like, "The Cardinals did me right. Woke up this morning to a package at my door. There's a bunch of shirts because he wanted to get something to send like his friends and fam or whatever."
Yeah.
And then
didn't even buy his own jersey. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah. He just got to the team, right? But like, because remember this is like the game after they beat the Cowboys. So he's still in himself.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Minnesota they were like, "Listen, man, make sure the kid."
He needs to have his jerseys in the shop right away.
You know what I mean? They're gonna sell like hotcakes.
Dobbs is gonna buy a few dozen of them right off the bat. And Alex said, "Is Dobbs a league winner?" I said weeks ago that he potentially could be a league winner if Justin Jefferson actually comes back. Like over here, why wouldn't he? Especially at this point.
Here's what I think. It's the rushing that helps him out. Have a widen his floor. Because even when you go back to just look at his entirety of the year, he averages at least 40 yards a game. You know what I mean? Going back to when he was with Arizona, except for the one game we bet on his over rushing for 25, and he.
This is also I'm not 100% about this, but this is something that I'm definitely gonna cover in the offseason. We're gonna break this down statistically. I think this is the worst year overall for QBs in a long time. Because look at how many injuries we've had and how many came so early. That points are just down as a whole.
Yeah, and then we have some teams that have QBs that we're used to them putting it up in fantasy, but those teams like the Chiefs, or they have a good defense now. And it's like, wow, that really fucks it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mahomes is doing good. He's just not the Mahomes of 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
He's not QB1, right? That's what he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And then hey, say Kyler Murray lights it up the rest of the way. You'll be able to look at it on a per game basis and be like, look at Kyler Murray on a per game basis, right? Because that's what's alarming when you look at Josh Dobbs.
You know what's hell of alarming right now? This is probably the most alarming stat of the year going into week 11. Are you ready for this?
Lay it on me.
There's not even a 20-point difference between Josh Dobbs and Patrick Mahomes.
See? Okay.
That's fucking insane.
Okay. And look at you want to know what's crazy? Russell Wilson, 17 touchdowns right now. Hold on, do I got that right?
Let me see. No, you're wrong. He has 18 touchdowns.
Oh, fuck, my bad. My bad.
Damn.
I forgot to count his other two. I just knew that the first one he threw was a 17 on Monday night. I'm just saying, this is look at how polarizing the beginning of the year is, right? If I had the wherewithal, early on, I might have traded for a lot of Justin Fields away after the big games and got Jared Goff plus or something. You know what I mean? Sam Howell plus. You know what I mean? Or even just have Sam Howell. Obviously we go back. Sam Howell was a guy that we were championing. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks when we got towards the year, and especially people in our community, they start liking Sam Howell too and taking him before me, bro. Higher and you know what I mean? Sam Howell's probably in their lineup over Kenny Pickett they drafted, or over you know what I mean? I'm talking super flex, because you know what I'm saying? Obviously in single QB, Sam Howell was just always the biggest streaming option until everyone just was like, I'm keeping him. You know what I mean? Yeah, Josh Dobbs is at right now. And as soon as that game where he got in there when they crucified the young rookie, you know what I'm saying? He got in there. It was the wrap. Now, you know what I mean? People, super flex, even single QB. How many questions have we got? Oh, Josh Dobbs or, such and such. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I picked Josh Dobbs over Carr last week in a lot of instances. It was and that seemed like a no-brainer. And it worked.
It's crazy because it's Allen and Hurts against the world. Right now at the QB spot, everybody else is all within 30 or 40 points of each other, at least all the next guys, going – let's see. Number 3, Herbert, all the way down to, let's see. Was that 4, 6, 8, 10.
Where's the wolf?
12, 14. So Kirk Cousins is still QB 15.
Wow.
And he's 38 points away from Herbert. So like everybody else is in between that 40 points, and everybody's hella close to each other.
And he's being QB 15 is because he was consistent. All those names you named, we've all seen them have a dud here and there, except for Kirk Cousins. This motherfucker, even in the game he got hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of crazy because the
one dud was Chicago. You only had one dud.
Oh yeah, but then that's right.
Only had 2 games under 20 points, and one of them was 19.46. Oh no, actually 3 games under 20.
Oh yeah, because that was against the Chiefs.
Carolina also.
Yeah, but the Carolina and the Bears game was because the defenses did it, and against Carolina they ran it in against Carolina. Maybe
things change in the second half and it kind of like evens itself out, but it's really
and going back to the Dobbs thing, with Dobbs being a league winner, the reason why I immediately brought up the rushing floor is because like, man, their defense is really good. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's really good. So like this week, who they playing? They're playing
Denver.
Playing Denver. You know, we gotta hope Denver's been looking. They look like they've been clicking on offense a little bit here. So let's hopefully we get a game here because it could be 2 defenses that are on the rise. Same thing with the Broncos. I saw a clip. They were talking to Justin Simmons, and he said Vance Joseph he had his staff chop up a bunch of clips from certain formations that they were getting burned on in that 70-point game they gave up to the Dolphins. Then, and this is in the last like couple weeks he's been doing this, right? He started showing them all the clips of them in the similar formations, right? But they're making the plays. And he's like, what's the difference between these plays? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Whatever that did is click to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been making plays and they have 10 turnovers since week 5. That's crazy.
Yeah. Austin, I'll send you the link so you could join in on the squares before Thursday. I'll send you that now so I don't forget. But yeah, you don't have to be beginner's luck works better. You know, so like the less you know, the better in the beginning. I don't know why, but the beginners, you know.
The strategy is get lucky.
Yeah, because really the strategy at the end of the day is like, you know, take up as much of the board as you can. But all right, there we go. Send it to you now so you can check that out. All right. And let's see, what else do we got for the news here?
A cool strategy.
What?
X amount of squares, and then be like, okay, say I buy 5 squares, be like, give me the last 5 that's available. But I'll pay them up front, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that strategy fucking hits.
Yeah, it's not always possible to do that.
I'm just saying, like,
well, you just never know how, like, right at the end, like, sometimes there's like 5 or 10 left, and you know, there's just like time. But then sometimes right at the end, if I go make a post about it, there could be like 20 squares left, but then a couple people like get so much that they're just gone. Like 4 people get like a couple each, and it's all gone. All right, let's see. So Saleh, he says that Wilson is going to be the team's starting quarterback moving forward. Yeah, because of course they're going to like keep asking him because they keep whenever they lose and it doesn't look good, and he really never looks good. And then he also talked about Aaron Rodgers and saying that Aaron Rodgers is a grown ass man. Like no one knows his body like better than him. So if he's going to come back, it's going to be his decision about coming back. So I think he just wants no credit if Aaron Rodgers comes back and gets hurt or re-aggravates, you know, anything like right away.
What if he masters the crane style? Just one leg up, gets a snap. You know what I mean?
Can already use both legs though.
I'm just saying though, you know what I mean? Like, what if he mastered it? You know what I mean?
Let's see. What else do we got here? If you guys didn't hear yesterday, Jaylen Warren, he's been announced the starter.
Okay, I read 2 things. I read everyone reporting that he's announced the starter. Then I read like an interview where he says he was told he was the starter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a starter. I'm just saying, like, I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, he better not be lying. That'd be pretty fucked up.
You better not lie to him. And watch Najee go out and outproduce him.
Oh, wait. What if? What if they were trying to figure out who the mole was inside the Steelers locker room?
Why? There's a mole?
I have no idea. What if there was a mole in there and they were giving some false information to see who leaked it out? And Warren leaked it out. What if they kill him? What if they kill him now?
I mean, Najee's like, listen, look, coach, I told you it was him.
Warren's a snitch.
He's gonna kill Warren.
Just saying.
For the Bay.
Just saying. I've seen this storyline, in a few movies. Let's see. And we mentioned Pat Freiermuth. They said he's expected to play. They opened up the practice window. Let me see. Keenan Allen. He did not practice today. They say that he's day to day.
Not so worried about it.
Yeah, and not on a Wednesday, anyways. I mean, he shouldn't even practice on Wednesday, anyways. How about that?
Old. Simmons is old.
Simmons is old.
Let's see who else we got here. Oh, so they got Witherspoon, I guess, is going to be playing more and more snaps out of the nickel.
Oh shit! How old is Justin Simmons?
29, maybe he turned 30.
So in football, Simmons is old.
Simmons is old.
Let's see. Kobe Bryant is coming off injury reserve. Pete Carroll said
he's their nickel, or he
well no. So no, he was out wide cornerback.
Okay, so he's gonna be
said he's ready. We're just not ready to pull it yet because everybody's hanging in there. Okay, not sure what the hell that means, but
I think it's because he's probably like too nice to him to be like, kid, your job got took. We drafted the rookie. You knew he was gonna take over. You got hurt. It's kissing goodbye.
And Derek said, sorry, but didn't he pass away? It's not Koby Bryant. It's Coby Bryant.
Yeah, it's
he's
like the
cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the shooting. He's not the shooting guard for the Seattle Seahawks.
What do you think? We're just playing a sick joke?
Oh man, what up, Devo? He heard the Seahawks talk and he got in here right away.
So yeah.
Alexander Madison still in concussion protocol. Let's see what tomorrow says, because they said that he's progressing through it.
Okay, I guess that's the third time we've heard someone say that, and then they get cleared.
Because it hasn't been 5 days yet since right? They didn't have the Thursday game last week. No. Let's see what else we got here. Anything else important? Jair Alexander. He's progressing, getting better, according to Coach LaFleur, but still not ready. That's good for Keenan.
This guy does this.
Plays hard, man. Plays hard.
In a Superflex 14 team, would you trade DTR for Quentin Johnston?
I would never play DTR. I mean, at least as of right now, I guess we got to see it. But I don't know. Like, what's QJ really going to be? Right? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I've debated.
I have that.
I've debated dropping him still.
You know what's funny is the guy was trying to trade me him. I go, didn't you drop him? He's like, yeah, several times. And then now he's like, caught a touchdown. He's like, listen, you want him, bro? I'm like, I don't know, man. Just wait till you drop him.
Damian Pierce not practicing still. Nico Collins though back at practice.
There you go. I think he lost that job. Damian Pierce.
Think so?
Yeah, because think about this new regime. You got this offense flowing. They're competing without him. He was already there. There was already a lack of production coming out of him. They said, and Peacock was saying he was having trouble in the scheme. They call Singletary Motor. Like he has a nickname. Like you don't hear no nickname for Damian Pierce. You know what I mean?
Pretty ugly. Last piece of news: Zay Jones got arrested. When was it? Was Monday that he got arrested? Misdemeanor domestic battery, and it was causing bodily harm. And now and I'm not even sure what what exactly happened for the entire thing. But he's been released. Only $2,500 bond. That's crazy.
I mean, what's a misdemeanor thing? You know what I mean? Hey, babe. Daddy. This kid just woke up. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Not a felony though. Giants fan, what up? Hey, Candlestick, what up?
What up, David?
Let's see, who's this? Snaker 901. He said, boys, need some help in my fantasy league. I'm 6-4, currently sitting in 5th place. My team is CMC, Jacobs, Olave, Higgins, Smith, and Joku, Mark Cooper. Need a QB. Who should I trade for him? Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. I mean, I'd definitely go try to trade for any of them. But you should probably just go look and see who.
Trevor Lawrence is probably a realistic because he hasn't been doing that great. You know what I mean?
If you need to trade for a QB, I'm assuming this is a single QB because I didn't see any other QBs on this list. I would go find the team that's hoarding QBs. There's got to be one of them. There's got to be someone who's got like 3 QBs and they don't need them.
Mm-hmm. And it might not be as overvalued. You know what I mean? You might not have to pay up as much for someone who has an abundance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to find the guy who has the luxury at QB.
That's what it's all about.
You go after his best QB. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because when you're stacked for whatever reason, your best QB isn't they're all kind of valued similarly if they're all good. So I don't know. Hopefully the guy has. Hopefully you can find someone who has like a Mahomes +1 or Tua +1 or 2 or
and like
+1 or 2.
And his team being in 5th place right now, that's not bad. But he's definitely like I know he's not comfortable. And like look at the Olave, the Higgins. That's why he had to deal with like Olave being bad because he had Carr. You know what I mean? Higgins being missing most of the year. You know what I'm saying? And even when he played, being a decoy.
You know what's crazy is like in a single QB, you might be screwed, because like it's really not top heavy with QBs this year. Like a lot of times we're getting like it's top heavy with QBs. In Superflex, it's crazy how you could survive with one QB as long as you got some decent skill positions because everybody's hurting at QB.
Like you in the Green Bowl?
Yeah. And dynasty leagues and a whole bunch of shit. Like everybody, like I went through like a dynasty league and like just looking at everybody's QBs because I had Watson and I've got Russell Wilson and I had Kirk Cousins over there too. So I had all 3 of those guys, 2 of them down now for the rest of the season. And I go and I'm looking through everybody's teams. Nobody has a QB that they would give up, like anybody who's like competing. And then even the last place team, I go to them and I see if they have someone. They have Josh Allen, Gardner Minshew, and then a bunch of nobodies. And like I'm thinking, Len, he said he's not coming off Josh Allen no matter what.
What's funny is whenever I get into the situation where I'm like lose the QB, I go straight for the gusto right away. Then I just trickle my way down until I find something. And there's one instant because the Kirk Cousins thing happened to me in 3 different leagues where I didn't have anybody else. He's super flex and I just have one, and I had to go around and get to spending if I want. You know what I mean? You got to be willing to spend too. That's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? And like, if you're not in a position to spend, like, why get like with this, he might buy a QB and it hurts his team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you might just try to figure out some streaming option right now. single QB, like, I mean,
My team
it is such a bad year. It is such a bad year, bro. Like, who's out there? Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, I mean, there is no waivers.
You might even need, you know what I would do? Like, I'll take some kind of like useful bench piece or something and then try to go after like a Stafford or something. You know what I mean? I feel like I can get Stafford for cheap right now.
In this league specifically, I've just been getting smashed left and right because I've already lost Nick Chubb, Kirk Cousins, and then now Deshaun Watson.
I don't want you guys to slip on that.
My team's stacked though. Well, I mean, kind of. Yeah, now I'm looking. I do got Calvin Ridley in the starting lineup. That kind of unstacks my my thoughts of the lineup. But come back, A-Chain. Come back to me.
Was that League 7?
No, this is the offense only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I caught a lot of dubs last week, an insane amount. Man, and it's crazy because there's a bunch of like stat corrections that happened, and I haven't really been paying attention every week to all these dynasties. But I went back through to like just update my whole list and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There were some leagues where I had like 2 losses or 2 like 4 losses or whatever. No, let me see. I can't remember what it was, but pretty much I had more losses before, and then I look at it, and because of stat correction or something, I had less losses, you know, in like some of these dynasties. Like I don't have a dynasty.
How does that happen to you?
It happens to anybody. You just got to look. It's it had to be because of stat corrections. I lost a lot of close games, like by like 1 or 2 points, like so many games like that.
Man, I hope that happens to me. I lost a shitload of those like that.
You just have to look. Like I don't know. Like I didn't even go back and look at the individual weeks or know when it happened.
It should fix it on the records. So
yeah.
And
it can happen after the fact. I just never go back and look at the records like that. But yeah, I don't have any dynasty leagues that are under, like the least amount of losses that I have in any dynasty league is 4. I was a little bit surprised by that.
The fantasy gods don't like arrogance.
I'm not going to win all these leagues. I'm just saying, like, I had other ones where... Yeah, who knows how many of these I'm going to win. Because all those ones that are like 4, 4, and 6, like, man, I'm not excited about those ones. Those ones are like...
Yeah, I got one that's 4 and 6 right now, and I only have 1 QB. And I'm like, fuck, I keep taking these.
Exactly.
I'm like...
That's the only thing that's keeping me in, I feel, is because everybody's screwed at QB. Like literally everybody.
Yeah. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong, Fatso?
Everybody. Wow.
Okay, don't share with her. Okay. You shouldn't be 2 people sitting in one chair anyway.
Yeah, I think I have one league where I have Herbert and Josh Allen, and I feel really great about it. But the rest of my team isn't that good. I mean, I'm 7-3, but I'm playing a lot of mink shift players in my flexes and shit.
I got one of those. I got a fucking. It's not as dope as that, but it's a Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence in 19. That team sucks. I mean, it's all right. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Brian Robinson, Pacheco, Debo, DJ Moore, Cooper Kupp, Calvin Ridley, Cole Kmet. That's not that great.
Oh, man. Raiders Life 69.
69, dude.
Our man Paroli, he traded away DTR for a 4th rounder.
That's really cheap.
Super cheap. I would have bought him for that.
And I would have got like a skill player or something. Like, man, shout out to Paroli.
Yeah, either way.
Way to not devastate the market.
Yeah, DTR is nothing in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I don't
Hey. There's people who might be watching this that I'm trying to trade DTR to. He has the rushing capabilities, and now we're gonna see his old college guy, Cedric fucking Tillman, Peanut Tillman's estranged nephew. He's gonna get in the mix. Let's go.
Ed Snaker said, would you trade Amari Cooper and Romeo Dubs for Josh Dobbs and Cortland Sutton?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm assuming you need that QB, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's decent right there. And then just you know what I mean, just make sure you got your QB ready for whatever bye week, because their bye week's coming up too.
Niner said, I got 3 QBs. I'm afraid to give it to a competitor. I had a Kyren offer, but I didn't pull the trigger. We shall see. I may counter with Goff and Kyler. Lamar's been making me mad. So, what was the offer? Ha! He said CMC and Kelsey for Dobbs. Let's fucking go.
I would bet.
Not the dog.
All right. So, what do we got tonight? We got the H-Town Huddle. Our man,
Yeah.
gonna be breaking down the Houston Texans going
The hottest show right now, man.
Woo! Going into week 11. If the season ended right now, they'd be the number 7 seed in the AFC. That's how hot they've been.
Man, okay, that's a question I'm going to ask them at one point in the show tonight. I'm going to say, hey, let's go to the rest of the schedule. Let's overreact.
Yeah. They got the Cardinals this
What?
week. Yeah, I mean, after just going up against the Bengals,
and
better
D'Amico
not
Ryans,
fuck
man.
around and think that they better not fuck around and get a trap game on their ass because they're all sitting high and mighty after taking down Joey B.
I was going to say, you know, D'Amico Ryan's defense was always susceptible to that rushing QB and hit by the name of Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah.
Let's go out there and kill his ass. Make sure you didn't. Make sure that they made to make sure that he feels that he shouldn't have came back. Fuck that shit. The new hot shit.
I'm nervous about Noah Brown because
I'm
man,
not.
can this continue?
Listen,
Wow,
I wasn't worried about it last week.
Who's
Here's
the
the
cornerback that the Cardinals got? They're number 1, the one who's actually dope.
Fuck, I remember it. Clark.
No. Hold on, let me look it up.
Was
It's
there
the
a
reason
Clark
why
in
they
there?
got rid of Byron Murphy?
I remember he was a pickup early on this year.
Yeah, let me see. What the hell is his name? I cannot think of it. Marco Wilson. There you go.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he'll be on Nico more than likely.
Well, maybe.
And
Well, I guess it depends. Where do they line up Noah Brown? Because I don't think Marco Wilson follows. It just he stays
Marco
on
Wilson
that one
just plays.
side.
He plays to the right side. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing too: is like if you
Because
go back
Nico,
to
well, don't they move him? They'll move him in the slot and move him around.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. I mean, okay. Even in the preseason when they would
Brown's
go,
the burner. Brown's the burner, right? Or am I wrong about that?
I mean, I'd say more Tank Dell. Tank Dell's the speedster they got on, and then I mean they had Mechie to be that guy too with speed. But like Noah Brown, I mean, I don't know if he's renowned for his speed. It's more so his size and like he has decent route running out of the slot. Here's the thing: in the
He's
preseason, like,
supposed to play though, Derek. Yeah, see, that's another thing, and that's
and
just
last
that
week,
alone kind of hurts him, right?
see, last week I went like with Nico Collins out, it probably made it a little more comfortable. But I wouldn't. We were starting Noah Brown last week, no matter what, if Bobby Trees was come back or not, because he's just like I'm just gonna say it. Bobby Trees ain't shit. That's it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not worried about him or nothing. You know what I mean? And go back to the preseason when they were going 12 personnel, it was Nico and Noah Brown. This is before they had Tank Dell running with the ones. You know what I mean? So like I'm just saying they you know it was early on in the game plan to have him out wide last week and the week before that. A lot of those big plays, he was out wide. You know what I mean?
He is going to go from the number 2 to the number 3 if Nico comes back. Because Tank Dell, I mean, he's the number 2, right? We're going to say that no matter what.
Maybe I would say it'd be like the number. See, it's hard to say.
He's
that.
been the guy who's
like
been
leading, like a 2A.
Tank's been leading in snaps. I mean, like Nico got hurt in week 9, and maybe that's why he let in snaps. But it's pretty. I guess it pretty much is a 3-headed attack.
Yeah, I mean, going back to week 1 when with no Noah Brown, it was Trees, Tank, and Nico. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just Bobby Trees ain't shit. I think that's a 3 wide right there, and I think the biggest thing that for Noah Brown is that Nico's coming back. So and then even then, if he was to get the Bobby Trees looks with Nico when Nico Brown was Nico, why do I keep calling Nico Brown? Nico Collins.
Someone's gonna lose snaps to Robert Woods unless Robert Woods drops to like 10% snaps.
Yeah, but see Nico back. I think Robert Woods is immediately the guy who takes the back seat.
Because you know what's hella crazy about this? What's super crazy about this? all 4 of those guys have never been healthy at the same time this entire year.
Yeah, and I think Bobby Trees takes the back seat.
Well, actually, you know what? They have. I my bad. I got that wrong. Week 1, they were all healthy for 1 game.
Mm-hmm. Nico
Tank Dell played the least amount of snaps week 1.
Yeah,
rookie though, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm okay.
Someone's been hurt this entire time. Like one of those 4 guys has been hurt every single week since week 2. That's crazy.
Shit, go back to week 1. All 5 of their offensive linemen were hurt. Like, it's just, right? I mean, that's some Niner shit. If I've ever heard it, D'Amico Ryans brings that Niner curse over there. Just, hey, we're all gonna play hurt. It is what it is.
Niner said Trees, Tank, and Nico sounds like a cartel gang. Oh man. And Marty said, I'm sure the Browns would love to have Dobbs now. Yeah, for sure. They fucked up, man. Ooh, they fucked up.
I remember exactly how it went down too. They're all excited about DTR, and then people start drawing interest in Dobbs, and they're like, hey, Dobbs is our number 2. Remember that?
Yeah.
They announced it. He's our number 2. And then literally that same day they traded him. It was almost like, see, he's our backup. You know what I mean? He's not a 3rd. He's worth this. I wonder what that deal ended up being, actually. I don't remember the specifics.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Actually, I'm on.
What's up?
I'm gonna make this a game, but I'm actually thinking.
Trying to figure out what kind of game to play.
No, I actually know. I've been able to I picked 2 games.
They picked swap. Okay. Wow.
And let me see. But I think it was they gained 2 rounds on it. Let's see.
Did they not know he was the astronaut?
Yeah, they went from they traded a 7th for a 5th is what it was. So they jumped up. That's it. Man. Damn, see, Browns keep fucking up all the time. Like they literally keep fucking up all
now they're paying the highest
time.
Paying the highest paid QB and he's not playing. Yes.
They should have just tried. Like, why didn't they try? Well, I guess they didn't know that Watson was going to be out, right? Like that sucks. It's just timing. Because if Watson would have went out 2 weeks ago, I bet they would have tried to trade back. Like, here, we'll give you we'll give you the 7th back. We'll give you the 5th back. We'll give you this 4th.
For real, huh? It's like, bro, just please. I mean, the trade deadline already happened, so that's already like impossible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they would have, because I mean, they did that right at the deadline, right?
Yeah, I mean, they got Watson. Watson was like just got back, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy because they were winning without Watson too. Yes,
the defense is so good. And War Eagle pick 2 for this week: Pacheco, James Cook, James Conner, Mixon.
Damn,
you got some
the
bad
2 guys. Yeah, the 2 guys I want to play are off top is Mixon and Pacheco, and they got terrible matchups.
Those are the 2 toughest matchups.
But like,
maybe out of every running back.
And then like, I mean, I guess James Cook maybe because like.
I'm just playing those guys. Fuck
yeah, I'm just gonna play those guys. Right?
Yeah, you got to. And then he said, pick 3 out of Chase, Devonta Smith, or Puka. What? That's only 3.
That's for me and
Oh, here you go. Out of Chase, Devonta, Puka, or Christian Kirk. I'll sit Puka. Kind of sucks, but
who's it again? The Jags are playing Tennessee.
Chase, Devonta Smith, and Puka, Christian Kirk. Well, I mean, shit, if they're playing, you said the Jags are playing Tennessee. Yeah.
You know, I might have overreacted a little early on in the season when I was like sell high on Travis Etienne, and then I was like, maybe I wasn't so wrong about it because man, after there was the Niners and then now Tennessee, and like it's like a gauntlet of bad
run defense
for good run defenses. There you go. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Wow, yeah.
Can get it out.
Yeah, it's been a little rough for the Jags. And you know what's crazy is like, man, so they got Tennessee this week, right? They got Houston. That's like a little bit of a let up. Cincinnati, I mean, they're kind of middle of the road. But, man, listen to this, week 14 through 16. Cleveland, Baltimore, Tampa Bay. That's weeks 14 through 16. They got, if you can make it somehow, if you can make it to the championship, he does have Carolina in week 17.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But, man, that's a gauntlet of, like, just really horrible running back matchups.
And, like, if you think about it, I looked at it all the way back to the Saints when I thought the Saints were still a good matchup. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to sell him in redraft. If you could sell him in redraft,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would definitely do that because like trade deadline for a lot is this week.
If I'm a big dog team, I might even try to buy him. That's a little arrogant, huh? Like I'll buy him for week 17. That's hella arrogant, actually.
I mean, it just all depends on how you're able to acquire him. But he's been pretty solid.
My son been trying to tell me the story the whole time. Go ahead, get it out. Oh no! Okay,
that's noble too, because like he'll be trying to tell me something. He'll be like, "Hey, Dad," and like he won't spit out what he's
you're preoccupied.
Yeah, but he'll just keep saying, "Hey, Dad," but it's like I'm listening. I'm waiting for you to spit out the rest of the story. That's why I'm not talking.
You know what's the worst is like they'll be like, "Hey, Daddy." I go, "What?" And then they go, "Oh." Then I scare him away from.
I forgot.
What's
oh
up,
no! Austin said JT or Henry rest of season.
JT or who? What was that?
Or Henry rest of season.
Okay, let's look at the schedule because we all know Henry at the early on in the year. Everyone was like all gaga about his playoff schedule on paper. So, there's that. But what's JT looking like? Because it looked like he was coming on finally.
I think I would want JT based on what we've seen. But, like, really, the schedule is just unrivaled from week 12 on. For
then you pull it? Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. Saying you made up a game.
Oh.
You have to sit in the chair and you yank the balloon down. Okay?
No, like you go down.
I do it?
And you come back.
How do you score points, bro? I'll whoop you up in this thing.
What up, Dylan? He said redraft trade. Andrews, Mixon, James Cook for Kelsey, Bijan, and Algier.
It's a lot.
I
like the Kelsey side.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who else was in that side. Is that Kelsey? Yeah, I'll take that side.
It's Kelsey and Bijan and Algier.
Bong. I'm with it.
Yeah, as long as you're getting the Kelsey side, do it. Yep, and he's definitely getting the Kelsey.
I got a game for you, Trey. It's whoever finds her sippy cup the fastest.
No.
Tina said, "I got $10 on the kid." Austin said, "I got a trade offer. I offered JT and Adams for Henry, Garrett Wilson. I would get Adams and JT."
Yeah. I'll take it.
Let me look at the Colts schedule real quick because this is like that's a lot of what this comes down to. Okay, so the next 3 weeks not necessarily the best for the Colts. They got Tampa Bay. Well, actually, they got a bye this week. She can't use them this week. Then they got Tampa Bay next week, and then they got Tennessee the week after that, and then they got Cincinnati the week after that. And Cincinnati's been holding right. They've given up just about as many points per game as Tennessee has. That's how close they are.
Yeah, I think but they did get tore up by Singletary. But like, you know what I mean? I think they no one. I don't even think they game planned for that for real. Like no one expected that, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, and then you got Pittsburgh, which I mean we know that's a good run D, and then I mean a good team to play running backs again, especially now Quan Alexander down. And then they go up against Atlanta in week 16. That's not really that good. And then you got Vegas in week 17. I mean that's an ultra smash.
I'm looking for her sippy cup. I had one earlier. Huh? I know.
Daddy.
What?
How you can look if you just choose a child. If you have to, but
Raiders do have a pretty good schedule. They got the bye.
I'm trying to buy Josh Jacobs right now, but it's like, you know what sucks about Josh Jacobs? It's like it's the QB kind of makes me downplay it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, if he's the entire offense, like they say, he said that they are asking him. like to be a part of the game plan. Like, you know, why you know what I mean? And of course he's like, well, shit, I'm shit making me. You know what I mean? Yo, you're gonna ask me, shit, make the game plan me. I like hearing shit like that. Cause that's what they said was said when he took over. And since he took over, Jacob's been a boy again.
Yeah. Aiden O'Connell, like, he really sucks.
He's really good at looking like Derek Carr.
Yeah, I guess I just don't want. That's what sucks about this is like I kind of don't want to like take up for Adams like he's anything. Like he had like 13 targets last week and 6 receptions for 86 yards, and I know it's against a tough team, but I don't know. After this week, they got Kansas City, and they got Kansas City in week 16, and they got a bye week still in the mix, you know, like as well. So
yeah,
I would hold. I would just hold.
Yeah, okay. You got me convinced. I don't want the JT Adams side.
I'm really nervous about Henry, but man, when it starts getting cold, it doesn't matter like how bad.
Okay, how about that? Okay,
he's about to run over people.
I'm back on that side. I'm back on the JT side. Because man, here's the worst case scenario for Henry is that their offense is literally worse than the Raiders. Like the Raiders' offense is better. I think I'd just rather attack. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even though Adams has been kind of shitty, 13 targets, that's still what, 30% of the target market share.
You know what's crazy is because the only reason their offense has been better is because Josh Jacobs has been better over the last couple weeks.
Yep.
But Henry's about to come up with Henry's about to come up with a sweet art of a schedule for like running backs though.
I have no straw.
I don't know where the straw is. Let's go find it. It's right here, I think. This one?
No.
That's not the straw.
Yeah, look at I mean, shit. Look at the last 2 games, just in general. I mean, the Jets and the Giants.
No.
I mean, those were amazing running backs.
That's not. I know you got different cup.
Oh, different cup now?
Yeah,
okay.
That
You want the donut cup? Or what is this? This
donut
one?
cup.
Donut cup.
That's not a donut cup.
Okay, my bad.
What do we got? We got like 3 more here. We got Freddie. Would you trade Tank, Dell, and Brees for ETN? I already got JT, Bijan, St. Brown, Tyreek, Cup. Only focused on the playoffs, and ETN versus the Panthers in the finals is what I want.
I like it though. He has a set sight.
There you go.
His sight's set. I'm telling you.
If you literally don't have to play ETN, and you could house him in your bench until week 17, I would do it. If it's that much of a luxury, like that's really buying a luxury right there. Do it. Man, Austin said he's 10-0 in that league. I say don't fuck with it, bro. Like, don't do it. Don't shake it up.
10-0. He's in the playoffs for sure. Like, you know what I mean? He's sitting pretty there.
Because it also is, I mean, it is somewhat of an even-ish trade. Like, if you're going to make a trade, you should go make a trade with, like, a lower team that's, like, fighting for their life right now, like, just to hang on. You know, and they cannot lose or they will be out of the playoff picture like this week. Got to go find a team like that to trade with. And that's the only kind of team that you should trade with right now. And trade them a couple players for one good player. Because if you're 10-0, you have some kind of depth over there for sure. You have to. That's what I would do, and I wouldn't do any other kind of trades in that league.
Man, where did this sippy cup go? Crazy ass kid.
Generations X, I got a pending trade. It's still pending in my inbox for Hollywood Brown for my Amari Cooper. Should I smash accept now since Watson is gone? Do we still believe in Cooper? So the thing that's crazy is with PJ Walker, he was still doing fine. I don't know how it's going to be with DTR, though.
I mean, immediately, we're playing the Steelers. For what it's worth, the Steelers are giving up tremendous booty to wide receivers, especially number 1 wide receivers. So there's that. You know what I mean? But if I can get Hollywood, because you know this person wouldn't be trying to send Hollywood if they made. There was a couple plays that they were just a little off on. You know what I mean? There was one that would have been a big one for a tug, and there was another one where he he ran out and he threw in. It was one of those joints. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when they get back on the same page, I want Hollywood.
Yeah, you know, I mean, just even if you're just looking at the schedule, I mean, the one thing that sucks is the bye week in there for the Cardinals, but they got, I mean, here's 3 teams that have been giving up a lot of booty to wide receivers: Pittsburgh, San Fran, and Philly, and week 13, 15, and 17. And then you look on the other side for the Browns, and it's like they got Pitt this week, so that's good. But then you got Denver and the Rams, not so good. You got Jacksonville. I mean, that's pretty good. Chicago and Texans. I mean, that's like middle of the road. But man, the thing that I noticed, it's ugly. They got the Jets week 17. Toughest matchup out of all wide receiver matchups in week 17.
What's kind of crazy is like
I'd do that.
I've been more, I was gonna say, because I'm more so on the fact is like I'll deal with it if and when I get there.
Yeah.
I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Like, you know, I wish I was in the right position in a lot of leagues to be able to trade for some high-end players just solely based on what they're gonna do for me in the playoffs, right? You know what I mean? But it doesn't always work like that. This is and for that other person who wants Cooper. You know, I mean, don't they have a decent schedule the rest of the way for receivers?
For who?
For Cooper? For the Browns?
No.
Okay, yeah.
They got Pittsburgh. That's good. But then they got Denver and then the Rams. So both of those are bad. Jacksonville, I mean, that's pretty solid. Like, good for him. Then you got Chicago and the Texans to start the playoffs. Both of those are like middle of the road, you know, kind of like bottom, you know, like guys you don't want to stream against, you know, just you gotta think about it. Like, that's not a matchup you stream against. And then you got the Jets in week 17. Like, that's not that good of a playoff schedule, especially for a DTR or a PJ Walker or whatever.
Yeah. Is this yours, Trey?
So yeah.
What do I do with hers?
Yeah.
Where?
Mimi is on the TV compile.
Jacob said, Jacob said you guys on
was filled up.
D-Hop. What is it? D-Hop or Khalil? Oh, D-Hop and Khalil Herbert for Olave. Yeah, I'm on the Olave side.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I don't know if anybody would be on the other side. You think someone's going to give up Olave for that?
Yeah.
You think so?
Olave's on a bye week. They need some players to put in right now. It might be in a win now situation. Clear.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I forgot he's on the bye.
Yeah.
George Play, would you trade Ken Walker and Waddle for Pollard and Collins? No. Nope. I'm holding.
I do. Ken Walker's another one of those guys that he kind of has a brutal playoff schedule, but no.
Hey, Steamboat, what up, bro? He said week 11, give me money.
Yes, Steamboat. Week 11, give me money.
Generations X, Pacheco, Chandler, Keaton Mitchell, or Singletary for RB2 behind CMC. Fuck, man. I think I want to go Mitchell.
Michael Keaton Mitchell for this week, right? Yeah. I mean, shit. Yeah, Singletary just tore the Bengals a new one, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, let's go.
Yeah, and they already said they're going to give him more work, so.
And he's Batman.
Yeah, they're going to want to keep the ball on the ground away from Joey B. That's for sure.
He's Michael Keaton Mitchell.
DP379. Start Tank Dell or Kincaid at the flex. Man, it's tough to get off Kincaid. And you got the Jets. Like, oh, man, you got to start Kincaid.
Yeah, I'm going to play Kincaid.
You got
that's slightly, too.
Yeah.
It's just a matchup. Like, tight ends just score touchdowns on them.
And he's been getting a hell of volume, man. Like, he really has.
Like
he was like the one shiny piece for fantasy out of everybody this past week. Everybody else was like trash.
There you go.
All right. Yep, no doubt. We're always on DP. I don't know if this is your first time here or not, but yeah, we are.
I think I've seen DP before. No,
I'm trying to pull up Twitch right now to see if he's.
Here it is. I was like, I knew my dumbass was walking around holding that shit. There you go, big fat.
Yeah, can we have more?
Sure.
Can we have more?
Yeah, more what? Say please.
Please.
There you go.
Said, what do you guys think about the Dak Lamb stack? It could be a league-winning stack. Not gonna lie.
Stop trying to make me jock the Cowboys, Tino. tell me how great Dak and CeeDee Lamb stack is.
Because you know what? It was trash for like the first half of the season. Like that's what sucks is like they can't even be like best season stack. It's like they could be like best second half season stack.
I was thinking about this. So look at the beginning of the year. They wanted to be this run heavy defense, control the ball, Tex Coast offense. Remember that? The West Coast offense with a twist. And like they weren't, which is basically like rolling in a throw like 8 yards under. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Quick outs, stuff like that. Everything's yak. And then they said we spent the whole offseason trying to build our team to beat the Niners, right? But then when you ask me, it sounds like they're just trying to rip the Niners off. And then when they realize, oh, we can't do that. You know what I mean? We're not any good at trying to be that. We need to throw this thing. And that's what the fuck Mike McCarthy is known for anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is he the play caller and he trying to outcoach himself? Do what the fuck you do, okay? Go cross your arms and call fucking passing plays and poorly manage the game and poorly clock manage it, all that shit. Do all that. Do what you do. I'm just saying.
And Derek said, how about them Cowboys?
Lose the big game. You put up all kind of tremendous numbers. You get to the pinnacle and don't get over the hump. You do what you do, Mike McCarthy.
Freddie said, is there any wide receivers you'd rather have in the playoffs over Tyreek? No, but a close second would be CD. I'll throw Ayuk in there because like their schedule is like titties for wide receivers.
AJ Brown.
Yeah, AJ Brown.
Yeah. But that's let's. How about I got one? What I'd rather have some kind of combination of two of those guys. Pause.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the same time. Pause.
You know what's going to be crazy though is man, the schedule is like it's kind of nuts for the Seahawks. So
yeah,
I mean,
it's bad.
Well, no, I mean it's actually great for the wide.
I mean for the running backs.
Yeah, it's horrible for the running backs. It's great for the wide receivers though. So I mean they got the Rams this week, which is bad, but you got San Fran, Dallas, not a good matchup. But then San Fran again, and then the Eagles, and then Tennessee, and then Pitt. Like those are all.
Oh my God, I need to buy DK everywhere right now.
I mean, if you can get him for the cheap, right? Like,
I mean, he's ugly. The reason I went straight to DK is because he's been really ugly. If you can get him for that schedule,
and that's why and let's see JSN. I mean, shit. Like, I mean, he's been doing solid.
He's been solid versus those guys the last.
You know why? You know why? Because he's done good in the bad wide receiver matchups. Like he's done okay when the other guys have kind of did whatever. Yeah. Like that's kind of what it's been. It's like when they're in a really, really bad wide receiver matchup, he still does good because everyone's focused on those other two guys first.
Exactly. So that's the stretch we want for the DK right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Outside of this week, but I mean, most leagues you kind of have to buy them this week. I think the trade deadline is this week in like a really high percentage of leagues. I know all of Yahoo's pretty much this week unless you change it.
Yeah, and then if you don't change it and it's all defaults, it was last week for most sleeper and Yahoos.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't realize.
You know why? There's a lot of leagues, if they existed before the addition of the next game, of the extra game, they never changed it, bro.
Oh.
They never changed it.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Generation said if I take this trade, pick 3. Moore, Dell, Hollywood, Adams, and Godwin. I'm DJ Moore, right? Yeah, I go Moore. I'd go.
Try not to let it touch where the lights are.
More.
The lights are on.
More Godwin. I'd go more Godwin, and man, to do this is tough. Would I bench Adams over Hollywood? And
it can. It's a light bulb, dude. Don't let it touch the light bulb. Okay, so what is this now? DJ Moore? My bad.
DJ Moore, Dell, Hollywood, Adams, and Godwin. And I said Moore and Godwin, and I'm debating on the last one. I'm thinking, would I start Dell or Hollywood over Adams here? And the Raiders with the Dolphins.
Who's Houston playing?
Houston's got the Cardinals.
I'm playing Tank.
I'm with you on that. We'll go Tank for now.
Yeah, because for what it's worth, I mean, the matchup's decent for Adams, but it's like, you know, Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, you know what I mean? Like, he's pretty much like there's going to be someone decent, formidable against him, no matter where he's at. You know what I mean?
Derek, so for the Hustler Dynasty Leagues, there is no trade deadline, but you in the
playoffs, only playoff teams can trade with playoff teams, and yeah, we've seen that happen, and then other teams can continue to trade with each other that are not in the playoffs.
Yep, playoff teams with playoff teams can trade, and non-playoff teams with non-playoff teams, and I mean, it just goes on week by week basis. Bro. If you lose, you know, in the first round of the playoffs or whatever, then you can trade with anybody. But for that first week, you only trade with playoff teams. And then the trade deadline for all redraft leagues is this week. For all these Hustler leagues, it's this week.
I've been trying to tell him, bro. I'm like, he over here playing with the balloon, putting it by, like, trying to get it near the light bulbs. Like, can you turn the light on? I'm like, bro, no.
And the reason why I choose this week, Derek, is you know, we're so close to the playoffs. It's like when we get within 3 games, there's probably there could be a handful of teams that are already out. So that's why it's like I feel like this is a good like breaking point. Because like if you would have done it last week, there's still some teams that maybe if they win, they're still hanging on for dear life. You know, but now
it's good to do it this time because the desperation trades get crazier. If someone just needs, I need to just try to get one win, bro, to get in. Like week 14, it's like, yeah. So it's definitely better to have it like at least 3 weeks out from when the regular season ends, so you just don't have that fuckery shit happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's more the bullshit trades than anything.
Yeah.
And it's like
the extra desperation. Like, bro, I just need one win, and even if that gets you a win, you're there and you're fucking next week. You know what I mean? But you massively, you know, you massively let someone else leverage you for a good player. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those are usually the better teams too that are talking to the shitty teams. And you know what I mean? You rarely see 2 shitty teams like, okay, me and you, man, let's pick some Jake right here. You know what I mean? You almost never see that.
Yeah, because it's always a top team trading with the bottom team, because rarely do you even see 2 top teams trading with each other. Like, those are ones I hate the most. Fuck you. I'm not making your team better. Fuck that. The bottom teams, I'll help make them better if I can improve my team at the same time.
See, this is having the picks is the shit in the dynasty one. Like, you know what I mean? When you're, you know, that week 12 to like 14, you're like, okay, what can I buy real quick? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
now's the time.
It's my favorite move. It's hard to hold on to picks for me though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Hard for a lot of people to hold on to picks.
Gotta make sure you lower it down, okay? Okay? Lower the string down. Don't let it get near the glass or the thing. No, that's not gonna make a difference.
What up, Marco? Marco in the house. Dion in the house. Crispy said, did you find that damn cup? What are we talking about?
I found it.
Oh.
I was looking all over the place.
The sippy cup. And Crispy said in all caps, did you find that damn cup?
Because I poured the damn thing, and then like I went all around the fucking house looking for it. It was right where I left it. I put the cereal box in front of it. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. Yep. What's up, Jan?
Okay, gotta go now.
Yep. Thanks, Dad.
Man, I'm ready to go to war in this Green Bowl, man. It is not going to be it is not going to be for the faint at heart. That is for sure. But I'm liking my squad. I don't have 2 QBs this week, but
hey, do yourself a favor and just go swoop up on Bailey Zappi right now, bro.
He's already gone.
Oh.
He's already gone. That's why Killer Clowns was talking shit because he already had him.
Yeah, because he finally got. You know how many times he missed on QBs he could use? He would grab like Mercado. And then I get on him, bro. I'm like trying to send him a QB. I'm like, you keep missing the opportunity, bro. Like you don't want one, and I'm trying to hand you one. At one point, I was trying to give him Baker for Mike Evans. This fool kept denying it. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
So here's my squad as of right now. I got Josh Dobbs at the helm, Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones.
It's hot.
Thielen, Ayuk,
Okay.
Puka, Noah Brown.
Don't put it by the light.
George Kittle, Trey McBride. And then I got Najee on the bench as of right now, and Darrell Henderson, Logan Thomas, and Mac Jones on the bench. But Najee on the bench. I'm going to leave him there as of right now until I hear something good.
Come here. I'm going to teach you. My son, he's trying to argue. How's the light hot? Oh, hey, you want to learn a lesson?
Bake said, please tell me your son's middle name is not Lance.
No, hell no. And it's TRE, not TREY. God damn it. Get it clear.
Uh-oh.
My son was born before we drafted Trey Lance, so my son existed before Trey Lance.
Oh, man. Derek, you're breaking my balls, man. They just sent me a trade in the 18. I'm looking at it. Oh, come on, man. This is ugly. That's no. That's a big no. That's a big no on that.
Man, I fucked my shit up with a stupid fucking thinking that I only had one QB in that motherfucker. Wasted all my picks.
Crazy that I'm only 1 game out from the playoffs and only 2 games out of 4th, 5th place. No, I think I'm gonna hold on that one. There's still time to make.
It's a light bulb. It gets hot, okay?
Ooh. Yeah, Noble, man, I remember.
No, he's like, how's it hot? It's not hot. It's not hot. Like, listen, don't be annoying like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember Noble doing that, thinking that it wasn't going to be hot, and totally touched the light bulb that was hella hot. No, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, not good.
That's an immediate blister.
For sure. Yeah. And like, I've known about it for a while, but like, it's crazy how mustard is like the pain relief, like cure.
For real? I didn't ever know that.
Yeah, if you ever, mustard, that's the cure all for like any kind of burn. Like anything, and it's just gross because I fucking hate mustard, and I
love mustard.
Well, then you might love doing it, but yeah, if there's ever a burn or anything, the mustard that's a cure all for the burn.
The funniest to me is like I'm just realizing like your fridge can save you. Like, what if I'm like eating a bunch of chilies and I just roll over into like a bunch of hot coals? I'm gonna go straight to the fridge, start pounding the milk and slathering mustard all over me. What does mayonnaise do? Oh, I'll put mayonnaise in my hair because now I'm Jesse
Shampoo and
Contopoulos.
conditioner.
There you go.
Gotta get a little avocado, in there as well.
You know what I mean? Who needs to go to Target? Just go to the grocery store. Like, listen, I'm all natural. I mean, you look inside my first aid kit, it looks like a goddamn condiment section.
That's all you gotta have is some mustard. Have some mustard packets.
They don't know if I'm dressing a wound or making a sandwich.
Yeah, man. Mustard packets need to be in that first aid kit right there. That's for sure.
Bro, I'm mind blown. I'm not even being sarcastic. What? Mustard, bro.
Yep. These hot nails, like sometimes just, man,
So wait, does anyone like mustard in your house? For you even have mustard? You're like, I gotta go to the store right now.
I'm the only one that doesn't like mustard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Generations, he said, I also have a trade sitting with Howell, Brian Robinson, and Addison for my Adams.
Do it.
Yeah, like, I mean, would that help your squad? I mean, Addison, I don't think of him like Adams at all, but Brian Robinson, him and Howell.
Brian Robinson's the top 10 running back right now. And Howell, where was he at when you were looking at the QBs? 7, 8, 6?
No.
Is he 3? Is he QB3 in fantasy right now?
QB4 right now.
QB4. I knew I was close. I was like, wait a second. I got to put some respect on the Wolf's name. Let's go.
It's because we got nobody over 20 passing touchdowns as of now. Josh Allen is the leader at 19.
Nah, bro, he's tied.
Well, I mean, him and Tua. Yeah, him and Tua.
Nah, bro.
No,
there's one more.
No, 19 passing.
Oh, okay. Russ has 19 total.
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, if we're talking total, it'd be Josh.
Okay, no. I thought Russ had 19 passing. My bad.
No, he has 18 passing.
Okay. Well, what? Look at Russ.
Remember, you said 17, and I was like, nope, you are wrong. He's got 18, and you're like, oh,
because you said 19 earlier. That's why I thought. Okay.
Oh no, I thought 18. And if we were talking overall, it'd be Allen at 26 total because he's got the 7 rushing.
God damn, he has 7 rushing, bro.
Him and Hurts lead at 7, but Hurts only has 15 passing. Can Hurts? I'm not gonna put respect on Hurts as a passer unless he throws like 36, like Lamar.
He has to throw 30. If he throws for 30 and runs for like 15, I'll give it to him.
I mean, he already did. He did that last year.
He threw for like 25, right?
Let's see. How many was it last year?
Oh,
22, not 32. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's 22 and 13. 22 and 13.
Oh, that's whack. Let's get it. Let's get that up to 30 and 40 and 15. You know what I mean?
Rookie numbers. Yeah, this year, halfway through, he's 15 and 7. So he's not that far ahead of that pace.
You know what's funny? I'm so glad I found that fucking sippy cup because I've lost a sippy cup like that before and found it weeks later with some old ass nasty milk in there. It's like, we're just throwing it away.
Gotta throw it away.
You know what I mean? The off chance the baby finds out, I gotta slap that shit out of her hand. Oh no! Don't drink that curdled milk.
Chaotic said, "Is it normal for to have a projection for someone that's still on IR like JJ?" I guess it's a yes and no because he didn't practice.
Because they say he's in practice right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
this
the
is
formality.
Second week too. So
yeah, it's a formality, right?
Yeah. And so I thought the designation would erase the projection now because the projection is based on practice and if he could potentially play or not, and he still could potentially play as of right now.
Like for example, if tomorrow, you know what I mean, like he's not practicing for some reason, that projection probably goes down. You know what I mean?
And Bakes-a-Lot said, "Sure, Alex, and Vic cures cancer." No, Rafi already told us what. Oh no. He said that was AIDS that it cures. He said that one baby aspirin a day for 30 days straight, and you're curing AIDS. That's what Rafi said.
Rafi is the guy that will sodomize another man too.
Or be sodomized. I mean, shit. We saw we saw that as well.
Oh, that's right. He was the sodomizee. That's right.
Yeah, he was playing catcher. Yeah, he was playing catcher. Some things you can't unsee, bro.
He just rolls down the window.
Right. Oh man. Chaotic, you're a savage. I eat mustard on my garlic bread. Ugh.
I'm not mad at that. I've made I'll make Italian sandwiches, like pastrami, ham, salami, all the shit, right? Provolone, all the works, and a little bit of mustard, and I put it on a garlic bread.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I figured you don't need no mayo for that sandwich because the bread has the garlic and all the butter, and it's already, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be a garbage.
Devo knows what's up. He said the vinegar and the mustard helps the pain. He said, I'm a cook, been using it forever. Okay, there we go. So it's not necessarily mustard. If you had vinegar, it would do the same because it's the vinegar that is doing it, is what Devo said.
They got vinegar and mustard? I thought it was just made of those leaves. I'm like, where'd they get the yellow from? Hey, listen, I love vinegar. And I feel like vinegar is one of those words we have to say with the A at the end of it.
Tino said, how many INTs does Josh Allen have? Let's see.
Give me 8.
Nope. 11.
What?
Damn. He's on pace for he's on pace for 20 of them things right now. Like the most he's ever had in the season has been 15. So it's crazy. He's about to
Oh,
shatter
listen,
that
man.
record unless he turns it
I was
around.
about to say it's about to be a career year.
unless he turns it around right now somehow. I mean, I guess the play calling is changing, right?
I like Joe Brady a lot too. Underrated.
And Fresh Prince on Twitch. Need to start too. Out of White, Pacheco, Connor. Oh man, I mean, White and Pacheco, horrible matchups, like the worst matchups for running backs right now.
James Conner's in like the semi. He's in like the semi good matchup.
I'm starting James Conner by default, and then I think I would just go Pacheco and just go with the team that has the better offense in this of matchups.
I'm gonna go with Pacheco and White because I think Pacheco will he'll still get like his little 3-4 dump offs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, White really would need that. He needs that 5-6.
Oh shit! Didn't Pacheco put like 100 up on them in the Super Bowl? I mean, granted, it's a Super Bowl and everyone's beat up at that point, but I'm just saying, like, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, we said we were going to start him either way, so I mean, that's just more icing on the cake. He's faced him before, and the time he did really good. What is this? Is this AU for faux life? Hold on, let me get the faux life for you. Hold on.
Oh, we got one. For life.
You faux life. What do I do with DK and Hollywood? You hold them and you get ready for their good matchups because they both have pretty decent matchups coming up over the next couple weeks.
I'm gonna try to trade for those motherfuckers as soon as I get off this show.
Tino said the provolone, LOL.
Yeah, you gotta love the provolone. You know what I mean? The funny thing about provolone,
generation. He said, my 2 QBs are Strouds and Field. I guess I would drop Fields, maybe Singletary and Mitchell. Do we like Addison for a roster spot in the starting, or no, with JJ probably returning? I can't remember who your other 3 were. I mean, who are the other ones who would be in there? But Addison with Dobbs, I mean, I like it. I mean,
it's already been working, right? It's been working.
Yeah.
I mean, Hollywood Brown had some mad decent games. There was even one big Michael Wilson game, and then he does pepper the tight ends pretty often. You know, and then we've already seen 2 games where Hawkinson was tight end 1 on the week, and Addison is he's a top 24 play so far with him.
Devo's got all the answers, man. He said mustard will stay on your burn. Vinegar would be too runny. See, there we go. I knew there was a reason why mustard was better than just vinegar.
See, but I usually have a big giant jug of vinegar laying around, so I just
dunk your whole whatever it is.
Yeah.
What if it's your foot?
Put it in the jar. get one of the big Tupperwares. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I'm gonna put mustard in that motherfucker and I'm gonna make me a mix.
Tino said 19-11. He said it's crazy. Well, yeah, mix in 7 rushing, because I mean his career high in rushing touchdowns is 9. So he's like about to smash that as well if things, kind of continue the way that they are.
I mean, they did say that that's one of the reasons why is they're like they don't like the regression of Josh Allen from last year to this year because this is they had Dorsey last year too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Brian Daboll was the guy who kind of unlocked Josh Allen there, and then he was there.
Got a 70% completion percentage on the season, so accuracy is not the issue.
The regression is the touchdown interception ratio. That's literally what they pointed out. They're like, we don't like the turnover, we don't like the picks.
There's got to be something in the play calling though, or him doing audibles, or obviously,
someone's
right?
gotta go.
Obviously, the play calling, right? They got rid of him, so we'll see. We'll see how much you go from 19-11 at game 10. We'll see what he does for the other 7. And that'll kind of show us, was it him or was it the play calling? Was it a little bit of both? But yeah, if he ends up with 22 INTs, oh man, that shit's going to be ugly.
Yeah, because at this rate,
What's he on pace for? Let's see. Hold on. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
He's on pace for 19.
Okay, how many tugs?
That'd be shitty. Let's see. 32.
He's still not the GOAT. Still not infamous Winston.
Yeah, can't be in 30,
My
30,
man,
30 for
famous,
30
famous.
territory.
Nobody is the GOAT except for him.
And then let's see, how many yards is he on pace for? 4,400. Actually, he's on pace for 4,420 yards. What up, Corbin? Uncle Buck said, finally, I can drop Watson. Yeah, for redraft, we can finally get rid of him. Oh, man.
Hey, you know what? I'll pick him up, and then so I can drop him.
Just so you can say, just so
somebody drop him so I can pick him up and be like, yeah, fuck him. Fuck this motherfucker. I only got one share of him in the whole fucking wide world in redrafts and dynasties, and that was him. I got a bunch of him in best balls, and they're all dead.
This is funny. Tino said, oh, I forgot about the rushing. How many fumbles does he have? 3 lost fumbles. So okay, 14 turnovers to 26 touchdowns.
So way better than Danny Dumbass. You know, Danny Dumbass got way better numbers in the negative way than that. So I'm okay with it. Listen, Josh Allen, what I don't like is I was telling this to Peacock the other day. I was like, we're kind of seeing the little old Josh Allen coming back here in spurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of peeking his head up here where he just like does the YOLO balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how much of that is play calling? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like an underthrown YOLO ball that gets picked. You know what I mean? Taken to the house. You know what I'm saying? That's Josh Allen's fault right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Generations X said Addison again. The starting 3: Moore, Dell, Godwin. Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, you know, it would depend on the matchup, but yeah, I mean, I'm probably starting Dell specifically over Addison this week, but yeah, I mean, it would be close. And Cali Chi-Town said, "What up, foos?" He said Sam Laporta or Trey McBride. The Lions going up against the Bears, and McBride going up against the Texans. Let's see, who gives up more points to the? Let's see. Man, Bears give up a lot of points to the tight end. I'm probably just going Laporta. Oh shit, never mind. Man, this one's kind of close. I might go Trey McBride. Houston Texans. They give up a crazy amount of points to the tight end. I mean, they're giving up third most points. The only game that they shut down a tight end the entire year was week 1. They haven't done it ever since. Oh, no. Joe said Noah Brown didn't practice today. All right. It was just Wednesday. Bake said Watson equals karma. It's the NFL. Look at all the QBs. Like, there's a lot of karma being dished out then for a lot of QBs because this year has been like, this is probably the most like quarterback like injuries like I can remember in a season. Because like we had some crazy like injuries. Crazy injuries. Tino said, I wonder if turnovers are up this year. It has to be because point scoring is down. Has to be. Tino said, is this an IDP season? I mean, shit. IDP's killing it right now. Like if we were talking, let me see. So Foyo Lacoon, 233 points. Now every league that we play in, we do more than the default scoring. So like all these scoring that I'm giving you is the default scoring for offense. As far as like if it's a QB, it's just 25 yards per point and all that. 6-point touchdowns though. Foy Olacoon is 3rd overall in scoring. If we're talking about default offense, 1-point PPR.
Yeah.
To Josh Allen's 270 and Jalen Hurts 241. Tyreek Hill's at 227. Zaire Franklin is at 224. So these are both guys who, you know, if you listen to us, like we had both of these guys, I mean, in our top 4, you know, no matter how you sliced it, either way, these were guys that we were telling you to target with the top 4. And then you got Herbert, Howell, Prescott, CMC, but then you got Terrell Bernard.
Yeah. Let me see the iPad, Mimi. Here, look at that one. Look at that now. Okay.
You got Terrell Bernard, who right now in a, you know, just a regular 6 point per touchdown. Terrell Bernard has more points than Patrick Mahomes. If we're talking IDP 1, 2, 3.
I fucking love you, Terrell Bernard.
Now this is why we, this is why we inflate. You know, the scoring has changed to make it a little bit more premium on offense as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there's people who don't change the offensive scoring and they still play with IDP 1, 2, 3. And then how about TJ Edwards? Hold on, let me read them out. TJ Edwards, 207. You got Keenan Allen next, then Diggs at 205. AJ Brown, then Danielle Hunter, Tua, Stroud, Roquan Smith, Quincy Williams, Max Crosby. These are all guys who have scored over 200 points.
Shout out to my guy Quincy.
And that's it. That's everybody that scored over 200 points. Offense and defense. Let's see how many total players that was. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 players. Let's see how many are offense. 1, 2. Actually, let's just see how many are IDP because there's less. 1, 2, 3,
right back.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of the 21. So there you go. There you go. Little more than a third. One more than a third. Pretty cool. What? Marco said Cashman is finally available in the NFL app. You were not able to pick up Cashman before this week. Tino, what's the 2K Tyreek drop? What's the 2K Tyreek drop? Smokey the Cat, what up? Nigel said 2-8 in the Vampire League. Finally got some wins rolling. Hope I can make a playoff push. You just got to keep winning, bro. Got to keep winning. You got to win like every week somehow. Got to win every week somehow. And Big said, hit that Val Venus drop one last time. Hello, ladies. Peace out, Watson. Pedro said JJ officially practiced on a limited basis today. Good trend for him. Yes, sir. What up, Kelly? Boyd or Cooks this week? Boyd has got the Ravens. Oh, yeah. And then who does Dallas play? Ooh, the Panthers. Panthers have kind of been a tough matchup against the wide receivers, but I mean, it could be because it's so easy to run on them. I think I'm going to go Boyd. Tina said, how many TDs and INTs does CJ Stroud have? Let's see.
The Muffin Man.
CJ Stroud has 15 and 2.
Yep.
15 and 2.
I hope he shatters that record. What would he need to shatter that record?
He would need 32. 32.
So he would need 33. He would need 33.
No, it's 31. So he'd need 30.
Okay. He would need 32. So he needs 17 more. So he needs a couple 3 TD games, and like nothing but 2 TD games at least. Yeah, he would need like 2 TD, at least 2 touchdowns rest of the way, and a couple of those games gotta have 3.
Yeah. Just mix in another 5 just at one time, and then make it a little easier on yourself.
Get it over with. Just fucking just set the record, throw 8 in a game.
And Tino said, damn, 2 INTs is unheard of. For sure, for a rookie. I mean, he already set he already set the rookie record for most attempts without an INT. And Let's see what Herbert did. So he was 31 and 10 in his rookie year. 5 rushing. 5 rushing. Let's see. What is CJ Stroud having? I know he has at least 1 rushing, right? He got 2 rushing. And what Tino said, anyone wondering why having 2 times more TDs and INTs is a good QB? Right? Yeah, CJ Stroud equals good at football, that's for sure. And through EX said thanks for throwing in the bits on that chat, you the man. Said Ridley's been killing me. Yeah,
I know. Let's kill him.
Yeah, it's not been good with Ridley. It fucking sucks.
And I was hoping coming off the bye week that, you know what I mean, maybe they'll figure something out with it, you know what I mean? Like, and then on top of that, like the weirdest correlation is that the big games that he's had, Zay Jones was also in the lineup to help take attention out wide. You know what I mean? And like now Zay Jones is probably going to be suspended or they're going to make him they're not going to start him just to save face. Cause that's kind of a terrible thing to have that happen. And you just have your player out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, there's really not a lot to hang our hats on for Ridley. Like, I mean, the only thing we can hang our hat on this week is the matchup is just like insane. You know, like that's really the only thing. And Trevor might throw for like 400 yards. Ridley has like 100 of it. Tino says CJ's next level. Hell yeah. So if CJ gets some real wide receivers, the disrespect. Real wide receivers. He's got Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Noah Brown.
The Cowboys didn't even know what they had with Noah Brown. And Dalton Schultz. Now they got Ferguson.
Oh, man. Man, could you imagine how much better the Cowboys would be if they had Schultz right now?
I'm just saying, though.
Hey, it would be so much better.
And I probably would have 0 Dalton Schultz because, like, the moment that he went to the Texans, no one wanted to touch him for fantasy. You know what I mean? So I ended up with a lot of Schultz because it's like Kelsey or bust. And it's like, all right, get like 4 of those guys. Like, I had hella Schultz. I would have like at least 2 out of those 4, like the Schultz, Henry, Logan Thomas. Who else were we championing? Mainly Henry and Logan Thomas, but I know Schultz was like the tier for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like those 3. Yeah. Tina said we got Ferg. You guys are getting Ferged right now. The verb now. All right, let's get up out of here. Don't forget, H-Town Huddle tonight, 7 p.m. West Coast time with our man Peacock. Yeah! Oh, we got another question right before we get out. Through EX, Flowers, Noah Brown, and Ridley in the flex.
What are you doing in the freezer, dude? Flowers, Noah Brown, or Ridley? It'd be Noah Brown. Ridley's playing the Tennessee Titans, and you know that's like it's just like watch him piss us off here.
Yeah, he for sure is. I think I'm playing Flowers in here. Let's see where the Bengals been matching up.
This is a terrible 2 tantrum. Look at it. She goes straight to the flow. The flow with the terrible 2. Look at it. Oh, she's in. Look at that. She looked like she's showing early signs of horrible 3s.
All right, we'll see you guys for the H-Town Huddle. Make sure you guys follow the podcast. Go subscribe over there, Fantasy Football Hustler Podcast. And Bogey, let them know.
You can check me out. Use my promo code Bogey at Planned Parenthood.
Get you 12 pack. All right. Send us home, Bogey.
The show, week 11. Give me money.
As I make my way
The fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. We should ride together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.